Have you ever heard the term Roth conversion and wondered what that is? Hi, I'm Josh Palmer, Director of Financial Planning for the Noble Group. A Roth conversion is a strategy where you can take money from a traditional IRA and convert it into a Roth IRA. Why is that important? Because in a traditional account, while your money grows tax deferred, when you withdraw it, you pay taxes on it. There's also things called required distributions, which make you take money out of your IRA and pay taxes on it. In a Roth account, that money grows tax-free, and when you take it out, it's also tax-free. Now, the difference is a traditional IRA account allows you deductions on your contributions, whereas a Roth IRA account does not allow those deductions. When you convert to a Roth, what we're doing is we're taking a distribution from your IRA, paying taxes on that amount, converting it into a Roth IRA, so now that money can grow tax-free and be withdrawn tax-free. Now, does that make sense? Where is that tax money going to come from? Right? You have to pay taxes on that money, so is that going to come from the distribution or is that going to come from outside sources? The best way to look at this example is to look at a client's situation. We have a 60-year-old client with about $1 million in assets. 300 is in non-qualified, non-retirement accounts. We have about 700,000 in retirement accounts. Now, as we've gone through this, we have a plan for this client. We know their goals, we know their time, we know their assets, but we're really looking at the difference between keeping it in a traditional account versus converting it to a Roth. So in this example, we look at a couple different scenarios. The first one we look at is, what is your tax bracket now? Are you in a higher tax bracket now with anticipation of being in a similar tax bracket when you retire? Now, based on this client's situation, remember, 60 years old with $1 million in assets, what if we're going to convert $250,000? You can see here that the Roth account with the green arrows up means actually the Roth conversion is advantageous for their overall plan. The total distributions from their age 67 till the end of their life looks like it could benefit them by over $100,000. The situation specifics here are that we're in about a 30% tax bracket now. We're going to stay in that 30% tax bracket later. So as taxes are equal, it's better to pay the taxes now, let that grow tax-free, and withdraw tax-free. So now I want to look at the similar situation where we anticipate a lower tax bracket during retirement. We're going to assume that we're going to drop their tax bracket during retirement to 20%. You can see here that the Roth over the total distribution, the total life of the distribution, actually is lower by almost $12,000. What that means is, for this particular client, if we're anticipating a lower tax rate during retirement, converting to a Roth, even though we get the tax-free growth, even though we get the tax-free distributions, the fact that we have to pay the taxes now, the Roth actually becomes less advantageous. There's a lot of factors on when a Roth conversion makes sense. As we talked about, it's what is your tax bracket during retirement going to be? It also depends on the cash flow that you have now. Now, every situation is unique. In this situation, the client is able to pay the taxes from an outside source, and it makes more sense to do a Roth conversion. Your situation may be different. You have different goals, you have different assets. You may not be able to pay the taxes from an outside source. You may have to pay them from the distribution. But until we put it into an actual financial plan, we won't know what those long-term strategies would be. If you have any other questions on this, you can give us a call. You can go to our website at thenoblegroup.com, or you can send us an email to education@thenoblegroup.com.